Good morning, friends and family. John Miller, your Lake Stevens Realtor, coming at you here on a Monday, January 4th, a rainy Monday morning. Happy New Year, everyone. I know most of us are glad to have put 2020 in our wake. Welcome to 2021. I think we're all confident that this year will be much better than last. So, Happy New Year. Okay, so the question today comes out of Everett, Washington. The question, how are days on market calculated? What rules are there? And that's a good question. That's actually a very relevant question for most buyers. When you look at a property, how long has it been on the market? We look at what's called the CDOM, or the cumulative days on market. If there is any break with a listing less than 60 days, whether it's temporarily off market or it's pending sale, or it's canceled and then relisted, or the listing expires and another brokerage lists it within 60 days, all those days continue to roll. Now, there are some caveats to that. Obviously, during the pending time or temporarily off market, those days aren't accruing. And then after 60 days, it does reset. So if you're a seller and say, I've been on the market too long, people are the one thing, especially in a strong market, when you see an extended period of days on market, and I've seen them 1,000 days, the question then becomes, what's wrong with it? There's something wrong with it. So a lot of sellers many times will elect to take the property off the market first, and now it's 60 days, and then relist, and it shows the days on market at 0. Now, that being said, as an agent, I do have access to all of the history of that particular property that as it's being listed. Obviously, if it's for sale by owner or something else, I don't have that access to that. But if it is on the market through our Northwest Multiple Listing Service, I can tell, was it listed last year? Was it listed 5 years ago? Was it listed 10 years ago? We have data for at least 10 years and many times longer than that. So, again, your agent's a good resource. If I can look at, for instance, I was looking at a property just yesterday. It's been listed for $700,000. Looks like there's a lot of activity on it, at least a lot of showings. I'm going to be showing it tomorrow. But it was listed last year for $600,000, and it didn't sell, and the listing expired. So that tells me that that seller was willing to take $600,000 last year, and now is listing for a little bit more. Maybe they'll get $700,000. It looks like there are a lot of showings scheduled for today. So, the price does change. The market value does change in your property. As you can see, that's fairly dramatic, but we'll see what happens here in the next day or so. It's a good example. So, any questions about that, give me a call. And then obviously this year, I've talked, my last video was on the forecast. We're going to be seeing that. I've already, as I mentioned, we're going to have a lot of buyers in the market. I got a lot of calls yesterday. Many of you received my newsletter. I've got a e-newsletter going out here on the 7th. So we're going to be watching the market very carefully. Obviously, a lot of buyer demand as we go into January, and then as we hit springtime. I think everyone's waiting for the vaccines and everything to start going back to normal, which they say will happen around March, which is generally the start of a busy season for real estate. So we're going to be watching that very carefully. If you have questions, let me know, because your agent's always looking at the sales and everything, the new listings, the sales, everything that's going on. And it should be a good year for everybody. That's the plan, at least. Interest rates 2.67 on a 30-year fixed. Again, the Feds have said they're going to keep the interest low. Fantastic time to buy, fantastic time to refi. If you need referral to a local lender, just give me a call. That's it for this week. Wherever you are, stay safe and healthy. We love you, and we'll see you next week. Bye.